Morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tironan, and today we're going to be looking at the I-20. To say that this aircraft looks very weird is something of a is something of an understatement. This aircraft actually reached the prototype stage. It never proved superior to the I-10, which replaced it, went into production instead of this thing. Um, there were some reasons for that, and primarily the reason was the engines. The M47 engine was problematic. Severe vibrational problems and other issues have been pretty tough with this aircraft, and given the speed problems that it had, it did nothing but get worse. I mean, a lot worse. All right. So, you're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing, and I didn't pay enough attention to the map. We're going to go ahead and head over to the mining area. Hopefully my maneuver will actually confuse some people that I don't know what I'm doing and they'd be right, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to get over to the mining map here and take it up properly. Please forgive me for my momentary lapse. I got busy talking about the plane itself. Anyway, this is another of the World of Warplanes prototypes that never made it into production, and for good reason. The engines were bad. It was overweight. There was underarmed. Um, Despite what you see in the tree, nothing heavier than a 23 millimeter was ever envisioned for the aircraft. Well, they did have a version with a 45 millimeter that was proposed. Well, like everything else with prototype aircraft, you just have to take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of things, what was actually installed as to what was proposed, sometimes gets a little iffy. And a lot of times they're just design studies and what various trade-offs can be. And what they are, I don't know. Unfortunately, neither does anybody else for a lot of cases. Now, I'm not expending rockets yet because I don't know how much I have left on this flight to finish taking out. Alright, that topped off that. And we'll go ahead and take out the smokestacks just to say that we did, I guess. Okay. I'll follow my fellow attack aircraft out of here. And hopefully we'll have some bombs and rockets by the time we arrive wherever else we're supposed to be. And that is my area of choice right there. We've got some air defense fighters. We'll find out if my 20s are worth anything or not. Have a couple of bombs. We got some soft targets we can run down. Alrighty. Aren't we special today? We've overrun that target. We'll come back for it rather than... or actually, we just deployed them right here. Okay. So we didn't miss it much there. We'll come on around for the other area. Unfortunately, I cannot stay on this very long because I have a stone mountain in front of me. That's it. Which will definitely kill me if nothing else does. I got me an avalanche, whatever that means. And let's see if we can't get this fighter off my tail. For all that they've made multiple runs at me, they have not so far done a lot of damage, which is kind of weird. Not what I expected. See if I can't dissuade this bozo. Alright, so we have captured 2 ground points, and one of them was a mining base, and that got us the victory. Okay, I did not do the introductory on the Il-20 when I first got it because we'll go back to hangar, we'll look at what I got accomplished, and we'll take it from there. Some of these are new badges to me, and some of them aren't, so we'll take a look at what I got. Alright, we did 27,616 points of damage, destroyed 5 ground targets, 1 aerial target destroyed, you saw that happen, and did 389 damage to fighters. Here's the summary. Got some decent gold, got some decent experience. Alright. We got the supporting fire for assisting allies at least 4 times, destroying aerial targets in a single battle or winning. Wonder how that happened. Okay, rear cover, destroying an aerial target with turret fire. We watched that happen. Got 5,000 combat points where that happened. Got avalanche for destroying 5 enemy ground targets. And got self-defense master for doing the same thing that we got the other badge for. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. Personal score, we went over that, and then came in 3rd. Alright, let's take a look at the upgrades. When you first get the aircraft, this is what you get. And then you can get these, the bombs, and then you have to research the rockets, I believe. Maybe reversed. But anyway, it comes up to a very minimal load. And you just have to grind through them. You need both of these, otherwise you have no reason to even have the aircraft. And then you will probably want to get these. So we'll go ahead and get those. I think we earned enough to get them. Until I got both of these, I wasn't going to review the aircraft. It was just simply slogging to get to the fact where you had enough effective ordnance to do something that was worthwhile. You're going to want to get this. All right. because damage per second is pretty important on this. As you can see, there's no lack of people that are going to want to shoot you down, even when you find one that's relatively undefended by or only defended by self-defense fighters. You're still going to face quite a bit. Had that been a real tier 8 with its 450 to 880 points of power of firepower pounding in on your rear tail, I don't think you're going to be hanging out there very long. In importance, your airspeed, let's take a look at this, is pretty pitiful. So when you get this, you're going to go up to from 311 to 329. If you think that's going to make a big difference, by all means get it. I can't see how that's going to make that big a difference. This is something else. All right. These guns are not going to fire very fast. 75 rounds a minute, but they should hit harder than all get out, and you're going to want those. So my recommendation, just from that standpoint, is going to be that you're going to get 10% to survivability with this upgrade, and then you're going to get another boost in airspeed, which is not going to make a whole lot of difference in this aircraft. So in order of importance, I don't know that how much time I'd spend on this right now. You're going to have to go get this, then you have to get that. You'll get them eventually, but I would worry more on getting this, and this as you can after you get your decent loadout. You have no reason to be in the vehicle without bombs and rockets. So you're only going to get one of the two, and I forget which now. Forgive me for that. But one of them had to be researched. One of them just had to be purchased. You really want these bombs eventually when you can get them. 300-foot radius and 7,000 damage is pretty impressive. And this is a nice to have. The load of rockets gives you the ability to go back. As you saw, I dropped a couple of bombs. Wasn't enough. Needed to go back and go touch it up. And that spread of rockets allowed me to take out 4 individual targets, finish off the site, and take it from there. So it's going to be pretty important. People can talk to me all day long about their ideas of what their favorites build out. As far as I'm concerned, until somebody proves me wrong, this is what I'm going to recommend. The improved covering 3, the turn stabilization 3, and the reinforced airframe 3 are where you're going to want to be at. That gives you a 20%. You add that to your airframe, another 10%. You're talking about a very tough aircraft, and you're going to need it. As I said, T-8s, aircraft, fighters, and what have you, mount tremendous armaments in there. Gunpowder is just going through the roof, and there is a reason for that. As airspeed increases, your chances of being able to stay on target kept shrinking. So when you actually got on target, knew you had a good shot, and you needed to be able to unleash horrible amounts of firepower on your enemy to knock them down. The more powerful the engines got, the bigger the aircraft got, the more tough the airframe got, and the more elusive it got because of the rising airspeed. All those things said you had to have bigger guns firing faster, or smaller cannon firing faster. But you had to have some combination thereof to make it worthwhile to kill aircraft. And you started seeing very tough aircraft out there. So that's why you saw what you saw, and that's why you got what you got. All right. So that being said, there we are. And that will wrap it up. We'll do another video on this later because I'm very interested in what this aircraft is going to look like with the 50 millimeters. with a 23 millimeter dual turret, and the final configuration where you have all this stuff. Should be interesting. Then the next stop will be the Il-40, which should be quite interesting because of the it's a jet aircraft. I'm sure it's not super fast jet aircraft, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Yeah, 385 miles an hour. There are Tier 8 aircraft that can chase this down and kill it. Propeller aircraft quite handily. But it will be interesting in the fact that it's a little faster than we typically see here. All right. Remember to like the video if you like the video. If you don't, let me know why. If we can fix something or improve things, I want to know. Just help me out. Remember to, and if you can see your way to it, I could always use another subscriber. Please subscribe if you'd like. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.